Warning, the following experiments are performed by real f***ing professionals and should seriously not be done by any amateurs. Please don't try this at home. P.S. Try this at home.
Welcome to fucking science. For our first experiment today, we're going to be launching first unmanned probe.
Right here we have the Vendetta Falcon Mark V, which we will be launching the out of.
As you can see, the VMF-5 is a finely tuned and complex machine. So complex, doesn't even need a pilot.
Welcome to the future, motherfucker.
Operation of the Vendetta Falcon Mark V is both hazardous and calculated.
We mount the VMF-5 to the stationary elastic propulsion unit, which will then launch the VMF-5 to speeds in excess of 1 kilometer per hour.
Science.
Before we calibrate the VFM-5, we will be launching it to verify its engine efficiency. Roberto, are you ready?
Born ready. For combat situations, however, the VFM-5 is also capable of autonomous evasive maneuvers.
Holy muffin.
With some fine-tuned calibrations, the VFM-5 is calibrated for optimal aerial maneuverability.
You might think with more weight on the left, the VFM-5 would rotate in the same direction. In reality, the left wing generates more lift and the plane does a barrel roll to the right.
It's science!
For our next exciting experiment.
You know what, Rob? I'm sick and tired of all these planes. It's time to raise some hell.
Radar absorbent paint. Hellfire missiles. Zero heat signature. The enemies to our freedom know it only as the Sky Grinder.
Any piece of equipment this complex needs regular maintenance in order to operate at efficient levels of efficiency.
We're gonna run diagnostics to calibrate the Sky Grinder for optimal operational altitude.
Yeah. We'll be launching the Sky Grinder on an international peacekeeping mission. There are countries out there where science is not as widespread. We at F***ing Science have made it our mission to bring science and liberty to all.
They won't even see it coming.
As you can see, even a finely tuned killing machine like the Sky Grinder can only obtain a certain altitude. The higher the helicopter gets, the less dense the air. The less dense the air, the more power the engines need to keep the craft in flight.
Even in a badass machine like the Sky Grinder, eventually the two factors even each other out. Not that that's any consolation to the enemies of our freedom. We're still gonna kick their ass.
Una volta il mio prete mi ha toccato e mi ha chiamato sorella. For our last experiment, we're gonna take a look at the extreme world of rockets.
Whether it's an international cruise missile or a firework, the physics are all the same.
Newton's first law of motion. As air escapes from the back of a balloon, it creates a force in the opposite direction, which is what drives our rocket forward.
That's not gonna be enough to get us to the moon.
Oh, buddy, that's why we're gonna be using a multi-stage booster propulsion system.
2 balloons? Oh my God.
And now, a minute of science.
Blowing a ball out of a funnel? You'd figure any Brazilian ladyboy could do that. What's going on is that he's blowing out the air that's underneath the ball, which means there's higher pressure on top than underneath, which keeps it right in place. And that's f***ing science.
Well, that's it for this week's awesome episode of f***ing Science.
Be sure to tune in again next week for our Sharkapalooza Thunderdrome Explosioganza.
May science be f***ing with you.
Yeah.